When I hang up the phone, I look up and the guy is running towards the door because he, just as I thought, waited in the underground hiding for me to come out for over an hour.
A woman says she was followed by a man last week when she got off the train here at New Westminster Skytrain station. She ended up seeking refuge at this nearby Shoppers Drug Mart and says the all-female staff at the time hid and protected her for over an hour.
I just know he's waiting out there for me. I know it. I know he is.
Kimberly Boyce is still shaken after the incident that happened late at night on August 1st. She exited a Skytrain at New Westminster Station and was followed by a man as she started to make her way home. She says he tried to ask her for directions and she tried to help him for a while, but she eventually told him she needed to go.
I was like, bye, and I turned to walk down the stairs. He follows me down the stairs, and I like pick up my pace and he picks up his pace. And then I'm like, oh crap. So I turn right and he turns right. So I turn right again and he turns right. I'm like, great, this guy's following me. Great.
It was around 11 p.m. on a Sunday and most of the nearby stores were closed. But Boyce saw some staff still working in the Shoppers Drug Mart built into the station.
And as I run in with this guy right on my ass, there's a security guard right at the front door. And she was wonderful. I believe her name was Navdeep. And as I ran past, I just went, this guy behind me is following me. And she stopped him right away.
Boyce says staff hid her in the cosmetics area of the store for about an hour. During that time, the man made several attempts to enter the store. Boyce says her past experiences with police made her hesitant to call at first, but she eventually did.
And then when the cops showed up, like I think 1 or 2 squad cars like drove around the block looking for him for like 15 minutes, and then they were like, we don't see him.
Boyce believes the man left just before police arrived. Angela Marie McDougall with Battered Women's Support Services says too often she sees cases like this where there just isn't enough evidence for police to take firm action.
I think it's important for survivors to know that there's a lot of limitations to what can actually happen with respect to the police. And what is really helpful is if there's a larger, more community-based intervention where we have businesses and bystanders, community members that are that we can rely on.
After the incident, officers escorted Boyce home. The New Westminster Police Department tells City News they are currently working to identify a suspect and are asking anyone who witnessed the incident to contact them. Police are also praising the all-female staff at Shoppers Drug Mart who kept Boyce safe. But Kimberly Boyce says she's disappointed more isn't being done and that too often the onus is on the victim to stay safe.
And it's kind of frustrating because like that shouldn't be our job. And women are taught from a very young age, like all these tips that we always have to remember, And if we didn't do one of those tips correctly, then we get victim blamed.
In New Westminster, Ashley Burr, City News.